Hey guys, good morning. It's Jay Temaat here, and today we're going to go ahead and continue our series talking about how to effectively integrate artificial intelligence into your business, whether it be a finance agency, an insurance agency, or any other type of business, and how you can start taking the steps that you need and getting the education that you need to be able to be successful as we continue to integrate with artificial intelligence. So we're going to talk about prompt engineering today. And what prompt engineering is effectively communicating to artificial intelligence what you are wanting. And so a good example of this might be when you use the word something, it's very broad. And so there's a lot of interpretations. And we want to eliminate those interpretations to make it where it's a more clear objective. What it comes right down to is trash in equals trash out. And so if you put a bad prompt in, it's going to give you bad data on the other side. And so you want to try to give it really concise, clear information. So ultimately, that's what you're trying to do, is you want to give it a very specific prompt rather than give it a general thing to write about.
Let's take a quick minute just to look at what an actual prompt looks like. You'll notice that on this page here, it's a Notion page, and it has artificial intelligence integrated into it. This is an artificial intelligence scratch pad that I just put together, and it says an agent aspirant is a highly motivated individual who has the goal of opening an insurance agency. And I could say something along the lines of, write this person a letter. And you'll notice that it says, I hope this letter finds you well. I understand that you're a highly motivated individual with the goal of opening an insurance agency. And that is the template that you may use to send a letter to an agent aspirant. Another thing that you could use is you could ask it to build a job description. Build a job description. Isn't it fun to watch artificial intelligence generate information? There's a big difference between pulling information from the internet and actually generating new content and new information like what we're seeing right here. So those are examples of two really basic prompts. What we did is we went ahead and we had some context in the page here that just gave artificial intelligence a general idea about what we were talking about. I asked it to write a letter, and it did, as well as I asked it to build out a job description. Now, this isn't finished. It's not the finished product, but this is a great start so that you can edit it and we can use our biological brains to go ahead and finish this out and make it exactly what we need. This is a tool, and the prompt engineering is a way for us to build out this, to communicate with the artificial intelligence and ask it to build what we need it to.
The first step of prompt engineering is to identify the purpose of the prompt. The second step is to determine the target audience and their technical skill level and ability to understand. The third step is to decide the appropriate tone for the prompt. Fourth step is to write the prompt in plain language. The fifth step is to try out the prompt and see what the output ends up being, and if it matches your expectation. What you're going to do after that is move into the sixth step, which is iterations. You're going to start making tweaks to that prompt and see if you can get a better output based on the information that you're inputting and that you're asking for. When designing prompts, it's important to understand the context of the page that you're in. So if you're in Notion, for example, and you're talking about fast food chains, it will not respond well if you ask it to write a letter to your neighbor about their grass being too long, because there's no context for it to pull the information from. Now, if you're using something like ChatGPT and you're starting a new thread, that's a little bit different, but when you're using a Notion page, if you can keep the content relevant, it makes it a lot better. The other part of that is there's a lot of times I'll ask Notion to go ahead and write out 1,000 words about a particular subject, and then I just enter that in, tab my way down, and start a new chat with artificial intelligence, asking it to use context from this page to answer my prompt or continue writing. Another thing that's really effective when writing and using prompts for artificial intelligence is giving it context of the situation. It understands when I say, I am an insurance agent and I'm writing a letter to my customer, or I'm an insurance agent and I'm building out a structure for compensation for my team. If I tell it that I am an insurance agent and give it the context of like who I am, it really helps. Hey guys, it's Editor Jay here. As I'm watching this video and working on it for you, I want to make sure to touch on the most important points with prompt engineering, which is being actionable, concise, contextual, making iterations, and starting a page to keep track of your prompts. I would recommend starting a Notion page or starting a page or a central place to keep data on your prompts, because there's a lot of websites out there and artificial intelligence out there that will actually build prompts on your behalf or give you the prompts to put in there. Alright guys, so that's it. That just wraps up a little bit about what prompt engineering is and what you need to do to be able to be successful with prompt engineering and artificial intelligence. If you're really looking to move to the next level with artificial intelligence, you're going to want to take some time to learn more about prompt engineering and how to effectively communicate with artificial intelligence. This is one of the key steps that we have to put in place to make sure that we are keeping up with the times. So this is going to be an exciting time, and learning how to talk to AI is going to be really important and valuable. Thanks for taking some time to watch this video. If you could please drop a like or leave me a comment, even if it's just an emoji of what the weather is today. The engagement helps more than you know. Thank you guys for taking time to watch this, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Catch you next time. Happy integrating.